my name is Kimberly. I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful week. I have some jokes about men and women and us interacting in the city and everyone being who they are, because that's all it is. Everyone's just being who they are, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I have a problem with when, other people are being themselves, like misogynist or misogynist. I have an issue with that. But it's like I'm not, I'm like, if you're not into feminism, go ahead and click off right now. You're not gonna like this bit at all. This whole set is about how the other day on the Saturday, last Saturday, the 19th, the 16th, I was trying to make it out to Atlantic City, right? Then I didn't reach my goal, so I was kind of feeling, I think, defeated already that day a little bit. But I wasn't really up for like any extra harassment. But that's how it always goes, unfortunately. I'm always amazed how much I get harassed and accosted in a 3 mile block walk home from the subway. And it's like that's as close as I can get to my apartment. Like I'm like that's it. Like that's as much as I can. I can't do anything else. Like I have to walk that much. Like I have to take the subway home from the Manhattan city area, and then I have to get home, and I have to walk that little bit. And I'm on foot, and I'm a woman, and I've been single. Excuse me, and I'm by myself, so I appear single and vulnerable, or whatever men think that looks like to them, like an opportunity. And I just think it's funny that for literally 3 blocks, I have four different interactions with men. So it's like, depending on how you look at it, it could be seen as like special attention from a different colorful fella and character each block, or men going out of their way to harass me. However you want to look at it, it is what it is. And I was walking, and I was like, cool, that was a good day from the city, and I'm in an okay mood. I didn't exactly reach my goal, but when you can feel someone following you? Women have this a little bit more than men, because women have been like getting raped and harassed and murdered and stalked and insulted and humiliated and put down and condescended to and paid less and beaten and triggered. And did I mention that I'm a feminist? This has been happening to women since like the dawn of time. So women have this extra like magical like intuition like in the back of our like, I think literally like reptilian brains that like tells us when we're in danger. And so I was feeling that feeling from all the other times that my past ancestors who were female, who have been raped, killed, or abused, or abandoned or assaulted or condescended to or paid less, or just being a woman, like literally like that DNA from my ancestors is what alerted me in that moment, because that's what women have, is intuition from all the other times that we didn't quite get so lucky. It's like literally a genetic DNA. We're predisposed to know when we're in danger. We're very alert, we're very intuitive. It's what keeps a woman alive as long as she does stay alive. So I was like, okay, let me just kind of get incognito, and I kind of like take a little like smoke break for a second, and I kind of like just dip behind a car like this, and it's like a big minivan, and so I was just kind of like waiting, and then I actually find myself resting my back up against like an old abandoned bodega, like say this is like the bodega, and this is like the little porch steps. I like find myself like kind of chilling, my back is up against the wall, and I'm wearing this mini skirt, and I should be able to wear the mini skirt, but apparently it means something entirely different other than just like comfort and summer attire for women. And I was like, okay, well, let me wait for this. I could feel somebody following me. I didn't know who it was. And then I see a taxi go by. And by the way, this is like every day for women. Just so you know, like this is a set that like sounds like a lot, but it's actually, and this is like an everyday experience for women. And it's supposed to expose sexual harassment and make it known that it's not okay. And so it's like I was like, okay, I can feel someone following me. And then I notice it's like a taxi that's gone by a couple of times around the block. And I was like, okay, well, let me wait for him to go by. And then I noticed how he's just still kind of going around the block over and over. And I have no idea what his intentions are. Like, it's really easy to pick up a girl on the street and abduct her. It just is. Like, especially if she's by herself and she doesn't have a phone, and I don't, and I'm working on that. I ordered one, and it's coming today in the mail. Glory be to God. And it's like, it's really easy to abduct a woman off the street. So I'm like not taking any chances, and I'm almost home, but like then a homeboy who I'd saw earlier on the street, and I'm like, this is me chilling on the bodega, like just kind of like, it's an abandoned bodega, and my back's up against the wall, and like the skirt is skirting, and so he kind of comes up, and I saw him earlier with a pit bull, and he was shirtless, and I'm not sure what happened in the city as to like why that's such a dynamic duo, but if you see a shirtless man accompanied by a pit bull, you can't fuck with that person. For some reason, that is like the indomitable presence of a human in the city. Like, it just translates to like different edge, cut from a different cloth. Like a homeboy, like no one's gonna fuck with you. You're shirtless and you got a pit bull with you, okay. And it's just the way it is. It's just a testosterone move, I think. And he like, this is what I think is so funny. He like pretends to be busy, like checking like a car that he doesn't even own or something, or like the fire hydrant over there. But this is what I think is so funny about men interacting with women who they think are like attractive or whatever, or they think that she's alone and that she has a pussy, whatever the difference is, it doesn't matter. Men will always find an excuse to like get busy or like find like something to do that's like around a woman if she is attractive to that man, or if she's just a woman. And like, especially if she's attractive, they'll like find an excuse to get close to her and like look at her body and like stare at her and like size her up. And it's like, this is the issue that I have, is like, it's like, just treat us like we're just literally a person. And it's just never gonna happen. That's why I'm so defeated sometimes. But it's like, he comes over, and because I'm aware and observant and astute, I know that his game is he's trying to get a look up the skirt, and so I just like astutely kind of move my legs like this so he loses complete access. And then he like gets busy over here, and he like pretends to fix a car that he doesn't even like fucking own or some shit. And then he has like fire hydrant, and then he's like busy with it or something. He's like, I'm just checking out the garbage on the street here. I don't know, he doesn't say anything. He doesn't like, but he's like looking over at me, but then like pretending to be busy with some like old water bottle on the street that's like discarded. Like, he's not doing anything, but he's making himself appear busy so he can get away with looking at me. And that's the issue that I have. It's like, men always like come up with a reason, an excuse to look at women and to be around us and to like make us feel fear. Like, because there's no reason for him to like come over, and then he like sees that I shift my legs, and then he comes back over this way, and then I shift my legs again, so he has no access, he can't see. And I would just want to be left alone. Like, I'm just trying to stake out the other guy that was like following me. And then in the midst of, after like waiting, you know, the other homeboy, shirtless pit bull homeboy leaves, he goes back to his little stake point where he was like loitering. And I suppose, you know, I'm like, okay, I guess I think the coast is clear because I don't see Taxi Man anymore. But right at this point too, I see a dark tinted SUV pull up, and it's just giving me the worst vibes in the world. And he's like, it's like a car that just like is idling in the engine, and it's going really slow. And my intuition told me like, you need to keep moving. This car is not safe. And the engine was idling, and it was just emanating bad vibes. Like, it felt like there were bad people in that car who were looking at me with evil intent. Like, that was the vibe that I got. And so I was like, okay, well, that's my cue to keep moving. So as a woman, such as myself, like, makes attempts to secure her safety, it ironically ends up putting me more, jeopardizing my safety even more. And this is the issue that I have with harassment, and it just like, men should just leave women alone, like in public. They really should. They really should. And there's nothing that a man can say to me that makes me think that he really needs to talk to me.
Like, if I don't know you, then you don't need to say anything to me, and you need to keep your eyes off of my body. Like, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Like, men need to literally respect women, and it needs to, like, the harassment needs to take a chill pill. And so I was like, okay, well, I guess I gotta get up again. And so I was like, and I like grab my cart, and then I have like a lot of gear. I have like my instrument, and I have like my shoes, my performing shoes, my whole other outfit. And then, lo and behold, Taxi Man shows up. And I was like, that's who I was trying to avoid in the first place. And he like follows me for 2 or 3 blocks, and I tell him, like kindly, as like politely as possible, like, no thank you, I don't need a ride, and no thank you, and have a good day, and God bless, and then thank you, and God bless, and have a good day, and thank you, and no thank you, and thank you, and no thank you, I'm good, I don't need a fucking ride. Like, Jesus Christ, I didn't get to that point, but like literally I was like, have a good day, like, and I used all like the remaining left a bit of my energy to placate this rando taxi man who just, by the way, he looked so chipper and excited. Like, he looked like, I don't know what was going on in his day. I think he might have just had an 8-ball, and then he won the lottery, and then he looked at me as if like he wanted me to spend the other half of the lottery that he won. I don't know, but he was so excited and chipper as fuck. I couldn't be rude to him. I couldn't be mean. And he asked me all the stranger danger questions. Where are you from? How old are you? What's your name? I like your clothes. Those are usually the list of things that men think that they need to say to me or ask me. And for whatever reason, it makes them feel less lonely, I think. And so I'm just like, no thank you, thank you, no thank you, thank you, no thank you, God bless you, thank you. And I'm just like trying to like walk home, like, jeez. And then he finally drives off, but then I'm like kind of literally spent after that interaction, because it does cause my adrenaline and cortisol levels to go up if a car is driving, I'm walking on the sidewalk, because ever since I've been 12 years old, this has been an interaction where men in their cars slow down and then try and talk to women while she's walking on the street. And that's been happening literally for like literally like since like I got barely even tits, I think, like literally since I was like 12, bro. Like literally, like, and a lot of women can like pledge to the same behavior. Like, so it's like a muscle that I have to like use. And I'm like, oh, do I need to defend myself? And that's what men don't realize. They think they're just being friendly and like trying to talk to us, and they think it's harmless, but they don't realize that there's literally like, what is that? Like 17 years of harassment, just being used to like that, like fucking like moment of cortisol and adrenaline like boosted into my system, and then my central nervous system like trying to calm myself down and say, no, it's just another lonely incel driving a taxi. And then I'm like, okay. So he drives off, I'm spent, I see a fire hydrant and a little raised bed garden combo, and I'm like, this is my little next spot. And it's really nice in the afternoon right there in that moment, because the sun is shining down, and it's just like really quaint and really like pleasant. And so I kind of just like sit again, mini skirt, yes, and fire hydrant, and like, okay, and like a little bit of nicotine. It just kind of like takes the edge off, especially after all that. And then literally this man, like, I'm pretty sure teleported, because I swear I didn't see him at all when I sat down. I was like, fire hydrant, raised bed, little bench, perfect. No one's there. I'm gonna sit and chill out. And that's what I saw. I swear I didn't see. This guy just teleports and like shows up on a bike, and he's like, and then I swear to God, this is literally what he said verbatim. And I must have again had like some, sullen, morose expression on my face, because this is literally what homeboy said. And he's washing his hands in the fire hydrant, because like men need to come and wash their hands when I'm wearing a miniskirt, and he needs to like, it's all like, I need to see what she's doing, and I need to wash my hands. He's like, oh, the city's really gross. You wash my hands. And he literally comes up and verbatim says this: can't be that bad, and if it is, can't get any worse. Dude, and I thought to me, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck? dude, fucking, god damn it, leave me alone. I was like, just fucking leave me alone. Like, I was like, I didn't say any of that shit, but I was just like, I was just quiet. What did I fucking say? I was just like, I think I didn't say shit. I was just like literally thinking to myself, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, it can't be that bad, and if it is, can't get any worse. Leave me the fuck alone. What the fuck? I'm trying to chill out by this fire hydrant. I'm literally 1 block from home. And then he seemed so genuinely sweet, and he seemed to understand that I was spent and not up for socializing, and he just kind of gently said, "Keep at it, sister." And I was just exhaling a plume of smoke at the same time. I kind of croaked out, like, hell yeah. And like, I managed to socialize to that extent and reciprocate the kindness he was attempting to show me. And then he goes, you'll fall around here. Because it's always a list of stranger danger questions. They see a woman who's alone, who's young, and in their minds, whether or not I'm attractive to them, it's like they have this list of questions they gotta get through. How old are you? Where are you from? I like your clothes. And is this a violin? It's like the list. That's literally the same list of questions and comments I get from basically anybody I talk to in the day, more so men. And is this a violin? It's not a violin. It's a fucking baritone ukulele. And so it's like I was like, oh, yeah, like just like. Trying not to like be deregulated by these random moments of being accosted by men, and then he's like, you from around here? What if he saw my cart and the violin? It's not a violin, and it's okay. It looks like a violin. I understand. And he's like, I would have thought you was from out of state. And I think people think that if they see you with a cart and they see you looking defeated and sad and sitting and smoking, they like, in their minds in that moment, like, you're homeless. Like, that's what it is. So he's like, you look out of state. And I was like, I'm a block from home. I didn't say that either, but I was just like so tired. I was like, tomato. And he laughed at this and thought it was funny, and then he could totally tell I was not up for socializing anymore, so he just like sped off on his bike. But it's just amazing to me that, like, I think that sometimes I might as well be raw hamburger meat that's just left out in a park, and maggots will come and be attracted to it. The same way that if a woman tries to walk home 3 blocks from the subway to her apartment, she gets accosted by 4 different men, 2 of them looking up her skirt. That's a minor detail. What does any of this really matter? The end of the time that we are here on Earth. I think what matters is that we try and be as kind as possible to people and understand that we're all just like a mirror reflection of each other, and to not let the evil like totally seep into your body, and to just try and honestly remain lighthearted in the midst of chaos. Thank you so much, New York. My name is Kimberly Ponce.